gather here tonight and tomorrow as we, the people of the United States of America, begin the process of restoring honor to the land of the free and the home of the brave.
John Hagee Ministries currently sells a 3-DVD set, Angels and Demons, with a 2010 sermon Hagee gave on exposing and expelling demons. In his 1973 book, Invasion of Demons, which came out the same year as the blockbuster film The Exorcist, John Hagee described performing multiple exorcisms.
She was about 6 foot tall and very slender. And as I started reading the story, she began to contort. Her facial features went from that of a human to that of a cat.
Closing prayer, Pastor John Hagee.
I went down there and joined this church. We were taught to vomit demons into bags, and it was a very, very weird situation.
John Hagee is here. He's the senior pastor of Cornerstone Church in San Antonio, Texas. There are people, and they said this about Bill Clinton, that actually believe he might be the Antichrist. Odds that Barack Obama is the Antichrist.
Closing prayer, Pastor John Hagee.
On August 27th, Glenn Beck tapped John Hagee as a top Tea Party movement spiritual leader. Hagee is an avowed exorcist who claims that police departments across America are covering up an alleged national epidemic of Satanists sacrificing babies to the devil. John Hagee made that claim in his book Day of Deception, which appeared in bookstores in time for the 2000 presidential election. John Hagee claimed that the Clintons had practiced witchcraft in the White House. He hinted that they were in cahoots with European Rothschild bankers who Hagee said were scheming to bankrupt America. In 2003, in an internationally broadcast sermon, Hagee made the same claim, that Rothschilds control the U.S. economy through the Federal Reserve.
Our economic destiny is controlled by the Federal Reserve System. It is controlled by a group of Class A stockholders, including the Rothschilds of Europe and the David Rockefellers of America.
The Anti-Defamation League calls Hagee's theory a classic anti-Semitic myth, and the 1940 Nazi propaganda film, The Eternal Jew, produced under Hitler's propagandist Joseph Goebbels, made similar claims.
Jewish business blooms as never before. The House of Rothschild is just one example of the use of this tactic by the Jews to spread their net of financial influence over the working man.
Closing prayer, Pastor John Hagee.
She began to contort. Her facial features went from that of a human to that of a cat. And she grabbed her ankles and pumped her knees into the air, and her head came down in the middle. And when her face came up, she said, "I hate you, John Hagee."
greatest trust in him as a human being and the greatest admiration. I will say specifically,
all I can tell you is that I'm very proud to have Pastor John Hagee's support. He has support and respect throughout the nation.
Then God sent a hunter. A hunter is someone who comes with a gun and he forces you. Hitler was a hunter.
I want to take the liberty of describing Pastor Hagee in the words that the Torah uses to describe Moses. He is an Ish Elohim, a man of God. And those words really do fit him.
And the Bible says, Jeremiah writing, they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill out of the holes of the rocks, meaning there's no place to hide. And that will be offensive to some people. Well, dear heart, be offended. I didn't write it. Jeremiah wrote it. It was the truth, and it is the truth. How did it happen? Because God allowed it to happen. Why did it happen? Because God said, my top priority for the Jewish people is to get them to come back to the land of Israel. Today, Israel is back in the land, and they are at Ezekiel 37:8. They're physically alive, but they're not spiritually alive. Now, how is God going to cause the Jewish people to come spiritually alive and say, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, he is God?